Hey, this is June from Turning Point Life Investment, and this video is for the week ending December 13th, 2008. And we're going to start with the S&P 500 using SPY, starting off with a 3-year weekly view. Now, looking at the chart, we ended this week with another small body dark candlestick, even though we made a higher high, which is a nice continuation of bullish momentum. It's not really telling us a whole lot this week, or at least the bullish momentum is not as strong as I would like to see it to be. So the size of the candlestick is more or less a consolidation, I would take it, than anything directional. As far as stochastic and MACD, like I mentioned from last week, it's starting to turn higher, and the MACD is also starting to head above or towards the center line. So either the bearish momentum is slowing down, or there's slightly more bullish momentum coming into the market as far as this week. Next, going into a 6-month daily view. Now we mentioned that 900 or at least 90 was the level to break to see higher highs. And the market did just that this week. We made a higher high. Now we have an established higher low. So we do have somewhat of an uptrend in progress. On Friday, we did manage to pull back a little bit towards I would say the 85 area, slightly above 85. So this could potentially be another higher low. And as long as we break above 92, then that would be another higher high, hence continuing this uptrend. Now, the upper resistance right now would be, other than 920, is this 50-day moving average, which has been acting as pretty strong resistance ever since the decline. Notice how we've never been able to trade above it, and this is probably the only time now ever since the decline that we've gotten this close to the 50-day moving average. Now, volume, as we mentioned, for this month would be pretty low, or rather low, only because it's a holiday month, and it's also telling us that it's more of a consolidation than anything. So I would say be careful when trading this when the market is still in this kind of congestion area, even though it is showing a little bit of slightly bullish tendency. As far as stochastic and MACD, it's not really telling us a whole lot, other than notice how it's much higher now than it was before, where most of the time the stochastic is towards the downside. So next, going into a 60-minute hourly view to get a better idea of the support and resistance. Obviously, the immediate support would be the 82. Well, I would say immediately it would be 85, and then the next level would be 82, which would be very critical support. I think if this is broken, then most likely we will come back to 75. 92 is the immediate resistance right now, and up ahead would be the 50-day moving average, which is roughly around, I would say, 95-ish right now, I believe. So all in all, you can see we are still in some kind of sideways congestion, even though we did make a higher high this week. So on Friday, we did get a nice bullish comeback after a huge gap down. So typically the Thursday before the week of expiration is a head fake day. If you look back in history, in your charts, you notice that whatever happens on this Thursday, the opposite tends to happen the next following week of expiration. So that's something to keep in mind, keep notice of. But all in all, as if we can get a break above this 92, then look for prices to test resistance with a 50-day moving average. And of course, if these support levels are broken, then we will probably head back to 75. Next, going into the VIX, looking on the 6-month daily. This 50-day moving average has been acting as pretty good support for the VIX that we mentioned. Now, this week is probably the first time that we've traded underneath this 50-day. Even though, yeah, you can say we traded underneath, but it's only been one day or even just barely tagging it. But we have a couple of days that we are underneath this 50-day moving average, which translates to bullishness in the market. Now, notice how also the moving averages, at least this 20 moving average, is starting to cross under this 50-day, which is bearish for the VIX, which once again means bullishness for the market, or at least the fear in the market is not as high as back here. Okay, this helps with option premium if you're an option buyer. If the VIX drops, then you know that buying option would be not as expensive relatively compared to now.